Hi students. In previous video you have read about hieroglyphs. Okay, the ancient Egyptian symbols. I want to show you some examples, and you can see this is an example of hieroglyphs. This is another example. Okay, so next we are going to read about the pyramids. Pyramids are you can say that these were the tombs where Egyptian pharaohs were kept as mummified. Okay, people today are fascinated by the temples and pyramids of ancient Egypt. The sheer size and the precision of their construction is amazing, especially because they were built at a time when people did not have the machines as we have now to help in completing the building. Okay, the most important thing about these pyramids were that they were so huge. Their pillars and stones, whatever material was used, it was very much heavy, and it was grand, and without any machinery or modern techniques, it seems to be impossible. But still, Egyptian civilization was able to build those temples and pyramids. The Egyptians believed in a life after death. And why they build this? Because Egyptians believe in a life after death and prepared for it physically as well as spiritually. So they used to prepare themselves for it. Okay, because they believe that there is a life after death. Pyramids, which are counted as one of the seven wonders of the world. These pyramids are considered as the seven wonders, one of the seven wonders of the world, are the huge tombs built by pharaohs for themselves. And pharaohs used to build for themselves. And when they died, they were buried inside it. The Egyptians used the art of mummification to bury their dead. Now, mummification is a kind of a procedure in which the dead bodies of the pharaohs were, you can say that they use different kind of chemicals on the dead bodies of the pharaohs, and in this way they used to preserve their dead bodies. Okay, the Egyptians used the art of mummification to bury their dead. The bodies were carefully embalmed. Embalm means treated herbally with different type of chemicals and medicines, and wrapped up in cloth bandages to preserve them. Okay, so they preserve the dead bodies of the pharaohs because they believe in the life after death. The huge tombs also contain goods including grains and honey. So these huge tombs also contain goods including grains and honey, which they might need in the afterlife. They thought, or they believe that after, when there will be another life after death, they will have the need of grains and honey and some other materials. They also made models of objects of everyday life to be buried with them, such as toys, clothing, and jewelry. The pharaohs and their relatives were the best preserved, and the most famous mummies are those of pharaohs Tutankhamun, Seti I, and Ramses II. Okay, these are some famous pharaohs of ancient Egypt. Here you can see the picture of a pyramid. The Khafre pyramid is guarded by the Sphinx. This is Sphinx, okay? It is a kind of you can see a statue which is having a different shape and the bodies of a lion. A mythical creature with a lion's body and a large human head carved from a mound of natural rock at Giza. So it is situated in Giza, an area of Egypt. Next, page number 9. Page number 9 has the counting or numbers of ancient Egypt. Okay, the ancient system of counting. The Egyptians invented the decimal systems of counting. They used 7 different symbols. So these are different symbols that they used to for the counting. One was represented by a single stroke. So this is one. It is represented by a single stroke. Then 10 was shown by drawing one hobble as a trap used to tie an animal's feet. This is 10, okay? And it is a kind of a shape of a hobble. 100 was shown by drawing one coil of rope. Okay, this is a coil of a rope and it is symbolizing 100. Next is 1000. 1000 was represented by a drawing of one lotus plant. Okay, this is a symbol of lotus plant and it also signifies number 1000. 10,000 was shown as one finger and 100,000 was shown as a drawing of a frog. Okay, and 1,000,000 was represented by the figure of a god with raised arms. Okay, so you have to learn each and everything. So now I'm going to show you few pictures of ancient Egypt. This is the picture of Sphinx having a lion's body with a human head. This is the example of hieroglyph, ancient writing. This is another example of hieroglyph. This is also a tomb of ancient pharaoh, different pyramids. These are the example of Egyptian gods, and we have read in our chapter that Egyptian gods were having human body, but their heads was of different animals, which you can see in these pictures. Okay, they have different names. So with this I'm gonna conclude my lecture, and here again you will see the numbers or system of counting in ancient Egypt. Thank you so much.